right. Hello. Let's see if I hit the button properly. Oh, there it is. Oh, gosh. Pull up my shirt. Sorry about that. I think you're only seeing top of my head. Are you seeing all of my head or the top of my head? I don't know. I think a little higher will do, and then we should be good to go. How is everybody tonight? I'm going to give people a chance to join in the fun, doing some 4th of July stuff tonight. Hi, Cody, my pal. So glad you're here. Let's see, what do I have to do? I have to do this first. Okay, I just need to... Oh, and Facebook again picked a most amazing picture of me from my little profile there. That's just great. Thanks, Facebook. I think I'm going to have to like X out of that and do it again because that was just like really bad. That was really bad. It really, really was bad. Okay, so sharing into the group. They still chose a lousy picture, but that's okay. What are you going to do? Okay, so into the Chocoholics group. Okay, come on over, people. I have a couple of the 4th of July. Wait, on a 4th of July sign. That will be awesome. I hope anyway, right? All right. Yesterday I had so many issues with Facebook and their okay, why isn't this working? With Facebook and it kept. Okay, I just want to open this up. Oh, there it is. Okay. It kept wigging out. It kept shorting out. So hopefully there's not going to be any problems like that tonight. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. It's what we're going to do. Okay, got to share this now to my personal page. So if any of my friends are around and they want to join in the fun. Okay, let's see. Nope, that's the wrong one. Wait a minute. I have to change this. Okay, so I have to change this to me. Facebook changed around. I know that's a shock that Facebook changed something. Anybody who's shocked by that, raise your hand. What? Nobody? I get it. Facebook changed something around. And so now I have to change the way I even post this and share it to people. Oh gosh, that picture that they chose of me is now me looking terrified. Like I'm looking at something giant and terrifying. That is just too funny. All right. So who's here? I see people here. Hello, people. How's everybody doing? All right, give me half a sec. I'm just about done with all this like sharing stuff. We'll see who's around. All right. Arbitrarily choosing some of my friends and or followers of City Chick Chalk. You know, I always put this out there. If anyone is interested in telling me, stop inviting me to this stuff, I absolutely will stop inviting you. I don't want anybody to feel like they need to come over here just because I'm sending you an invitation. And if it annoys the bejesus out of you, just let me know and I'll take you off the list. Not a problem. But, hey, look at that. I have nobody on my list with the letter X in their name. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, just about done. Thank you for being patient. Oh, I didn't mean to. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to. Can I uninvite? I can't uninvite people. Oops, my bad. Sorry, so sorry. Okay. All right, Xing out of there, and here we go. So I see a couple of people are here. I know that Cody's here. If Cody's still around, hey, hey. And I see other people are here, so say hello, let me know that you're here, and follow along with what I'm going to be doing. I'm tired. You can really hear the Brooklyn coming out when I'm this tired. It's like, wah, wah, wah. What a beautiful day. Oh my gosh, it was like a perfect day. We got up, and we went to church, and we found a new church. Very excited about that. Community church in Honesdale. Okay, that's nice. Then we went to breakfast with my mom-in-law, and then we went driving around, and my husband and I drive around just for the sake of driving around because it's fun. And where we live is beautiful, and I posted a bunch of pictures of that. So So there's that. And then we came home and we did some cleaning and I did a bunch of social media stuff and blah, 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 blah. That's what I did. All right. So what I want to show you is, first of all, look what came in the mail the other day. Anybody know what this is? This is the Chalk Couture Club Couture. And Club Couture is like a subscription box, except it's a subscription envelope. And $19.99 a month gets you a new transfer, 3 paste singles, and PDF and a video access on how to use the transfer. You get that every month. Free shipping. It's really a cool deal. And of the ones that they've started, I think that we've had 6 come out. And of the 6, 5 of them I really liked, and 1 of them was okay. So I think that that's pretty good so far, considering, you know. So, okay, so this is what was in this one. All right, check it out. It is some pinwheels. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to put some pinwheels on my sign that I'm making today. It's pinwheels, and it says "Freedom and Celebrate." How cool is that? A bunch of like words for the holiday. And I also have celebrate and fireworks, but I'm going to be using the big words "Let Freedom Ring" from the actual Let Freedom Ring transfer. So I'm going to cut that and see if I can fit it on this sign. So the story about the sign. Hi people. Hi Jennifer. See a bunch of people. Say hello, give me hearts and thumbs up so I know the people are here. What I'm going to do is, I have these metal signs that I had made, and I sold a bunch of them, but I have some left over, and I washed it off, and it did kind of leave a little bit of a stain behind, and I believe that's because I foolishly sprayed them with some acrylic cover, and then after I did like a light coat, I was like, oh, I really didn't want to do that, because I wanted to be able to wash it off. So it left some stain on there. So I'm hoping that with strategic placement of my Let Freedom Ring and all of these fireworks that I'm going to put on there, that I'm going to be able to cover this up well enough that that we're not going to see the leftover from the dry goods transfer that I put on there. We'll see how good I can be. All right, I'm going to turn the camera down. So if you get nauseous from me turning the camera, look the other way for just a second. Wah, wah. There we go. That's how it goes. Who's here? Donna's here and Arlene is here. Jennifer. I see a whole bunch of people here. Yay, I'm so glad you guys are here. Stick around. We're going to have fun with what I'm doing. I need to put this up kind of high because the surface I'm using is kind of long, and I want to make sure that you guys can see the whole surface that I'm working on at one time. Okay, for those of you who might be stopping by, or who have never seen me do this crazy thing called Chalk Couture. Chalk Couture is a new company. They have developed adhesive back silkscreen transfers. So, for example, we'll peel this off just so you can see. In here, it is not a stencil. It's not open. It's a silkscreen transfer, and that's what gives it a nice smooth finish and helps you to get detail from the transfer as well. We use Chalkology paste that's washable and reusable. The transfers are washable and reusable. I should say this is washable, not reusable. It's the paste. I'm not going to scrape it off and reuse the paste. That would just be silly. It works also with ink, and you can use the same transfers, same process, whether you're using paste or ink. So here we go. I want to cut the Let Freedom Ring. Now wait a minute. I put my scissor right here so I wouldn't lose it. I cry foul. Where's my scissor? Seriously. I had it right here so I wouldn't lose it. Uh-oh. All right, there she goes, going crazy, looking for her scissor. That is Wassersnoots, what they say in German. Wassersnoots. All right, I need to get my other scissor. That is kind of crazy. Huh, that's very, very bothersome. My scissor is gone. My husband thinks he's so smart. My husband is insulting me, saying, oh, you mean the one that you put right here? No, honey, I wasn't looking for that one. I was looking for one that looks like that. But this isn't the one I was looking for because this is my kitchen scissor. Me and my annoying organized self, my kitchen scissor. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to cut the words out. Okay, and as long as I give myself a decent amount of space here. That's a little close. That's okay. I'm still going to be able to use it. I'm going to show you a little thing that we do in Chalk Couture world. Ooh, that's kind of close. Because it doesn't matter what's going on with the green, because the green is just where the adhesive is. What matters is where the transfer is. So this is kind of close, but I'm going to use the magic of the blue painter's tape, because when I measured it, this obviously doesn't fit this way, but it does fit that way. Okay, so I'm going to have this here, and I'm going to put I want to have that kind of up high. All right, let freedom, okay, ring. Okay, that's kind of like where I want it to be. But I'm not doing the words yet because I want to do the fireworks first, because I want the words to be on the fireworks instead of the fireworks to be on the words. Okay, so now I know pretty much where that's going to be. And it doesn't matter really. I just wanted to show how I'm going to make it fit. But we're going to start with the fireworks. Okay. Now, fireworks, of course, are going to look awesome, awesome, awesome when we do the hot mess method. All right. And the hot mess method is we simply, hey guys, I see some other people stop by. Hello, hello. I'm so glad you stuck by me while I went searching for my scissor. The hot mess method is when you take a couple of different colors and you mishmash it onto the transfer. And when you peel it off, you get a really cool, like, mix-up of colors there, which I'm hoping is going to look really cool. So if you can see here is where it says dry goods. You can see some of the stain coming through because our blacks and reds are really pigmented, very strong. And so every once in a while it'll stain, but this is not a Chalk Couture surface. So it's a very smooth surface. It's the enamel. That's why it's stained a little bit and left a little bit behind. Okay. I'm going to turn this way so that I can access the top of that a little easier. So I'm hoping that, like I said, if I place these strategically on here, we should be able to cover quite a bit of what was left behind, which is kind of awesome because now I'm able to reuse, I don't mind that going down a little and down a little here. I'm able to reuse a surface that might not, I mean, what else would I do with it? I had 2 left over of these, and so I was like, well, what am I going to do with them? They didn't sell, and I didn't want to keep them for, you know, our next season, so I just washed it off and took a chance to see how that was going to work. Now, the colors that I came up with for some fireworks are these. I'm thinking that these are going to work really nicely together, and this is our shiny silver, so hopefully that's going to work well. I have, of course, my tub o squeegees here, and I'm just going to open these up, and I'm going to do the hot mess, which that means just putting some dots here and there of all the colors that I have here. My colors should be in good order because I did go through all of them after my last class, like a good chalker does. I cleaned them all up. I wiped down the sides. I gave it one spray with a bottle like this of distilled water, and then I covered them. I didn't mix them up. I didn't stir them up at all. I just put the spray on there, and that helps to pull all of the, I call them chalk boogers. It helps you to avoid chalk boogers. That's an important thing when you're doing Chalk Couture, is to avoid the chalk boogers. And now, when I open these all should be ready to go, and I'm just going to use spatulas. I'm going to put one in each one so that I don't have to worry about wiping it off. These spatulas are so inexpensive. I think a bag of 24 is like $3 or $4. So, and they're washable and you can reuse them, and they're really kind of cool. So, I don't know if you can see, I don't think you can see the silver. Maybe I'll move it over here. You'll be able to see it better. So there's the silver. Okay, so I want to put the silver on the outsides of the bursts of the fireworks here. So I'm just putting some little dots on the outside. And I did this a couple of times already, and I found that if I pull, once I get all the pastes on there, and if I pull the the squeegee from the center out, it really gives a cool fireworks kind of look. So you have to work a little bit fast with this. Only, okay, because this has the water sitting on top. Only because it's going to start to dry. So I'm putting larger larger dots than I normally would if I wasn't working with so many colors. But I want this to be super bright. So if you put a little bigger dollop of the, well, that was too much, but okay. If you put a little bigger dollop, then it won't dry as fast. Okay, and so I just want to have a whole bunch of different colors. The one thing that I don't do that some people do when they're doing a hot mess, and that is to use their finger to rub that stuff in there. That's not going to happen here. Sorry. My hands are stained with paste enough. I'm not going to invite the problem. See how the colors? I'm hoping that on the white background that these bright colors are going to stand out. And that's kind of what it looks like when it's up in the sky, right? What do you think? Did I choose some good colors? I don't know if you can see because it's kind of far away. I'll lift it up for you to see. Now I'm putting a little yellow on there. I wanted to have the camera high up so that you can see the whole area as I'm working. Okay, so now before I pull, all right, you can see. See, I just put some dots of the paste all over the place. Okay, so now because it's going to be a mishmash of color, I'm going to use a squeegee, and I have a paper towel that I'm going to have here, and that's what I'm going to wipe the excess paste on. So what I was saying before is that when I went in like that, it didn't look good. So I found that if I pull it out in this direction from the center out, that for whatever reason, it really did look a lot better. All right, so take my advice. Don't take my advice. That's okay. This is what worked good for me. You might find a better way. Most important thing is to get your paste being pulled down before it starts to dry, which is about 30 to 60 seconds. You do have a little bit of time. And then I just want to make sure that all of the transfer spots are covered. Transfer spots, yes, that's good English, whatever. You guys knew what I meant. Okay, so I missed some here and here. Just want to make sure that we're all covered, and I want to get it pulled off before it starts to dry in there. Okay, so that's done. We're going to peel this off. I'm going to see what we got. Oh, it's cool. It's cool. I love it. Look how fun that is. Pretty. All right. We're going to need more of that. That's for sure. We will need more colors because I want to make sure that it's all covered up. Look under surface. What's under the surface? I don't know what that means. What did I say that I needed to look under the surface? What'd I lose? Did I lose something again? I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so we did that one section. Now I'm going to turn this over while that dries so that I don't smush it up. I'm going to put some down here. And I have these, which came from, some of these came actually from the Vintage Truck add-on, the summer add-on, all right? That's where these smaller ones came from. And they're separate, so I can do them one at a time, but I had a big workshop the other day. And so I happened to use a bunch of these. I think that that's what these are from. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. These could be from the Let Freedom ring also. I thought that was from. I really should probably keep it in better order, but I didn't. Sorry. Okay, I want this one to go that way. All right. And then I'm going to take this one, and I want to put it the opposite way that one went. Kind of, sort of. All right. So, and the same thing. I'm just going to put, I think I want to put a little more. What showed up? The yellow really showed up nice. Okay, so I'm going to start with the yellow instead. I'm looking over here to see which ones are standing out. So I'm going to put a little bit of yellow here and some yellow there. That's a lot of yellow. All right. And then some purple was looking pretty good there. It's not an exact science, and it's cool because, you know, everyone is going to be unique and different. So that's what makes it fun and awesome. is that you can pick and choose your colors and how you want to set it up. And just a little bit of that in the center. This is the shimmer silver that I put in the center there. I'm hoping that that's going to work nice. I'm just going to put this on the outside there. Just a little bit. I want to see if I can get it to have a little bit of a different look. Let's see. All right, back to the squeegee and my paper towel. Where did my paper towel go? I just had it. Oh, I chucked it over here. Okay. Why am I not moving? Why am I not moving? I'm not moving. Am I moving? Am I there, peoples? What happened? I don't know what happened. Can you guys see me move? I can see me move here, but I can't see me move on Facebook. So I'm hoping that things are still moving on Facebook. Wow. Facebook really did a number on my, it's saying that it's paused, but on my phone, it's working just fine. I don't know what's up with that. All I know is I have to take care of this or it's going to dry while it's in there, and that's not going to be good. So I'm just pulling it out from the center. I'm hoping that people are seeing me do it. These are the same colors here, so I'm okay with just going over to the other transfer and making it work. Because honestly, look at that. It does look like a hot mess. But when you peel it off, it looks kind of cool. Let's see where we are. Oh, there I am again. That was so weird. All right. Okay, that's kind of fun. That one dried a little in it because I had a little bit of a panic. Wondering why people aren't being able to see me here. That kind of is stinky. So that's not really too much of a problem because I can simply take a little wipe and wipe that off and do it again. Isn't that cool? Like, I didn't like that, so I just simply wiped it off and did it again. And that's good. Just going to make that dry a little bit. That one's not as vibrant as I thought it was going to be. See, the yellow up there looked good. Oh, well, that's how we learn, people. That's how we learn. Oh, thank you, Donna, that I'm here. What was it that I needed to look for before? You said to look under, and now I'm looking. Okay, look under the surface. Haha. Oh, my scissors! No, they weren't under the scissors under there. But you know what? That is absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, something that I would absolutely do. I have lost things that are in my hand. Okay, so I didn't really like the way the yellow looked. I thought that it was going to be brighter. So I'm going to go with this raspberry sorbet, which you know I have said more than once is my favorite Vogue color for this season. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm a bright color kind of person. You wouldn't really tell that with the clothes that I wear. I like flowered things. I really do, and bright colors, but I tend to stick with more subdued, I think. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe I don't want to be associated with like the muumuus. My grandmother was a muumuu lady. Do you know what a muumuu is? Anybody know what a muumuu is? I don't even know if they use that phrase anymore, do they? That's going to be a fun color, right? That's going to be a fun burst. That looks like a flower just in and of itself. Awesome sauce. Let's see how this one looks. Oh, that's bright and fun. Nice. All right. I'm going to put this over here. I have my tub of water back here because the transfers are easily washed. So you just put them in a tub of water and you can wash them off that way. So this is a different kind of little burst of fireworks. This has little dots. I'm going to put the little dots on there. I'm fuzzing it a little. People don't know what fuzzing is. Put a little bit of lint on the back of your transfer so that it doesn't stick too hard on a smooth surface. Okay, so last night we played a little bit of movie trivia, all right? So I have a whole bunch of one-liners that people are supposed to be able to recognize the movie with just one line. And last night we had movies like A League of Their Own and Psycho and Dirty Harry. So I'm going to give you the line of a movie, and you have to try to tell me what movie it is. So the first one that I have here is Greed, for lack of a better word, is good. What movie is that from? Greed, for lack of a better word, is good. I can picture that person's face saying it. How funny is that? Okay, so this one I'm going to do orange. And you know what color I didn't have here? I don't have green. I'm going to put this yellow away because I'm not too happy with how that yellow looked. I thought that I was going to like it because it mixed with the other colors. I think that this yellow is just too light to use. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to grab green instead. Anybody know what movie that is? Greed, for a lack of a better word, is good. I'll give you a hint. It's a movie from the 1980s, but they actually did a sequel to it a few years ago. That is exactly that's what they did. They did a sequel to a movie from the 80s a few years ago. No, I think I want a little bit of this pink. So what movie from the 80s was all about greed that they redid and did a sequel to it a few years ago? Anybody know? This one, I don't think it matters what direction I go in. I think that... All right. Oh, I stuck my finger in the paste. Yeah. All right. Anybody have any idea of what movie that is? Nobody? It's a movie about greed, that's for sure. Oh, look how fun that is. That was fun. I'm going to put this right back down and I'm going to do another one right over here. With the smaller openings in the transfers, you can do that. And I'm just making sure that there are no bubbles with this. And I just realized that I spread that orange all over the place. So let's see if I can salvage that. That was kind of silly, Donna. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? Nobody has any idea. Okay, so I'll give you another clue. Leonardo DiCaprio was in it, in the sequel. And Michael Douglas was in the original and also the sequel. Okay, so I think that Leonardo DiCaprio was in it. Now I'm not so sure. Ooh, because he was in that movie. He was in another movie that has kind of the same, a similar name. So I'm wondering if I'm confusing the two. Michael Douglas was definitely in the one in the 80s. And it was all about greed. And it actually was based on a true stories, I think, is what I'm recalling. That's getting fun, huh? All right, I'm going to put this in the water before I stretch it or use it too much and it gets clogged. That would be a pain. All right, we're coming right along here. We are coming right along. Footloose and fancy free. It is the movie The Wolf of Wall Street. No, just Wall Street is called. The Wolf of Wall Street is the one that Leonardo DiCaprio was in. And I think that, I don't think that he was in the sequel. It's from the movie Wall Street, 1987. Michael Douglas. Really good movie. Shows you about greed in America, that's for sure. Okay, so nobody got that one. That's okay. That's something you would have done, Donna. Yeah, it's something I do all the time, losing stuff in my hand. Okay, so here's an easier one, but it's a very, very old movie. And the line is, "As God is my witness, I will never be hungry again." All right. Who knows that movie? This is nice and dry, so I'm going to put this over here. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of the red up here because red naturally is great for fireworks. Okay, the line to the movie, "As God is my witness, I'll never go hungry again." Now, I want to show you something. My paste here is bubbling up because it's warm. It was very warm in the house today. And somebody posted the other day about not leaving your pastes in extreme temperatures. She left hers in the car and they just pretty much exploded because they get gas in there. It gets bubbly from the heat. And so they pretty much oozed right out of the container, which was very, very sad. But I'm going to learn from her lessons. Our air conditioner has not been put in yet, so it was kind of warm. Okay, this actually got thinner. This is a little thin too. I wonder if it's the heat that did that. Hi, CJ. How are you? CJ, we're doing movie trivia. And I'm giving lines from famous movies to see if people can figure out what movie it is. So the current line that's been put out there is, "As God is my witness, I'll never go hungry again." What movie is that from? It's an old-time movie. Old movie. As God is my witness, I'll never go hungry again. I'm going to put some orange here. All right. And a little bit of purple. Let's see what we get from here. This is kind of fun, like all of this hot mess that we get to do, just to see the different kinds of colors we're going to get. Different kinds of mashup, I should say. So see with this one, I'm pulling it from the center out, because when I did it the other way, it all kind of ended up being the same color. And there wasn't a lot of the other color. Now this one looks like it's going to have a lot of red in it. The red and the blacks are definitely a stronger pigment than most of the other colors. But yet when I peel it off, it looks kind of cool. So let's see. Oh, there we go. That's looking cool. All right. I'm going to use this one again. Right about here. Okay. And I'm going to take some of the green. I don't think I put green on that one, did I? And it's going to mix with the colors that are already on there. But since it's going to be a mashup, I'm okay with that. Maybe put a little of the shimmer to see. Get a little bit of shimmer in there. CJ is actually hosting a workshop at her new place called Share the Love Cafe. They just put up their sign, and that's on Main Street in Honesdale. And it used to be the track side, and she bought it, and they're making it their own. Her and her adorable family. Her kids are the sweetest kids ever. They really are. They participated in the first workshop that I held there, and they were the most respectful, helpful children. They really, really were. I was very impressed. You're doing good, CJ. You're doing good. So if anybody's interested in that, we're going to be making 4th of July trays, serving trays. That's going to be fun. Let's see what I got going on in here. I see some of the sparkle. There we go. I see the sparkle in there. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm going to turn this around now because the ones on the bottom are probably nice and dry. I'm going to put this in the wash. In the water, not in the wash. And I'm going to just take the other one from the water here and swipe it off so I can use it again, because I used up all the ones that I had. Just plain water that I use to wash the transfers off, and a little sponge. Chalk Couture sells sponges, but you can use magic erasers as well. They work just as fine. I really wish that I had switcher so you guys can see me when I'm doing other things instead of just hear me. So my face could be up in the corner of the screen, but I don't have switcher and I don't have an Apple phone. And I tried doing it's called Manycam, and I can't figure that out. So I have to wait until, or they come up with a better Android version of the Apple version of the Apple app called Switcher. So I'm just drying this off because you don't ever want to put your transfer on when it's wet. Okay, you want to let it dry off. Okay, if you put it on when it's wet, then when you peel off the when you spread the paste and you go to peel it off, it can bleed through, and it's not going to be pretty. So, boy, the camera is not showing the vibrant colors, that's for sure. Okay, so this is going to be the last one that I put on. I want to make sure that it's all dry. Put a little fuzz on there, and I'm going to put this down here. And I think that's going to cover up that area as well. So how do I want to do this? I'm going to put it this way. Okay, I'm going to do this one and that one. Okay, I'm not going to really do that one there because that one is directly over one that I already did. So if that gets a little bit from what I'm going to do, that's okay. but I don't want to cover up the whole thing, so I'm going to avoid that one. I do like now the way this color is looking when I do it. So what do you think? What are you thinking? If you're liking what you see, let me know. I'm shouting at the wind. I'm talking to the wind. Oh, speaking of wind, the line from the movie was Gone with the Wind. That's the movie that it was. When Scarlett arrives in Atlanta, she arrives at Tara, sorry, and she finds a turnip in the ground and says, I swear I'll never go hungry again. Epic Tale of the South. If you've not watched it, it's worth watching. It's a great, great movie. It's a classic. Okay, I'm just swiping the excess paste off on a paper towel because this color is just too dark for me to just stick in one of the other jars of paste. If the color was close to another color, you've seen me do it if you've been here. I don't mind putting that back into the jar for all intents and purposes. It doesn't really mess things up. That's starting to dry there. So moving a little faster. There we go. Okay, remember I don't want to do that one, so I'm not going to do that one. Look at how pretty. This looks pretty just the way it is. Just the way it is. All right, I think I got that all covered. Take that off so I don't get any lines. I want to try to avoid lines in your paste. It tends to make it look funky when you peel it off. Let's see what we got here. Well, that's kind of fun too. Alrighty, I think we're ready to move on to the words. Move on to the words. I'm going to put my squeegees in the water so they can sit and soak. All right, now I'm going to cover these up for now because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be using them again. I'm not sure. I might. But I don't want to have to clean up all of my paste jars again. So I'm just going to quick put the covers on them so they don't dry out on me. Excited because the new catalog comes out soon. And we'll start getting some full ideas. So CJ, hopefully we'll get a bunch of people to come and make our and make the tray at your place. We can get a full party going as well. That would be awesome. Okay, so putting the little stir sticks in the water behind me. And we're going to start on the words. Now, this is still wet down here. So I have the words here. So we had said we're going to put Let Freedom Ring. So I'm going to do this in Liberty Blue and Candy Apple Red. All right. To me, those are great colors to use for the 4th of July. And the white is going to be, you know, oh, I have paste under my fingernail. Occupational hazard. Oh, I put on the crumbs. See these over here? I don't know if you can see them. Those are chalk boogers. Little bits of hard paste. Okay, so this is nice and dry. Cool thing about the transfers is that I can put it on the dry chalk and it's not going to peel it off. How are we doing on time? Doing all right with time. Okay, I'm going to put this here. Okay, that goes there. And then we're going to put freedom. And freedom is a long word. Okay, just putting this down here just to put a little fuzz in the back because it's a rather flat surface. Smooth surface, I should say. So who's still here? It says that 3 people are still here, chilling. Are you new here? Have you never stopped by here before? Let me know. Just say you're new. And I'll say howdy. Okay. So I'm going to put this. And you can see the dark. Oh, look what I just did. See? Donna, check your fingers. Check your fingers. Because that's not good. Dealing with a lot of colors. And you need to check your hand. That was ink and that was fabric. That would be a very sad moment indeed. Okay, so I'm just going to take that off. And comes off nicely. There we go. All clean. Take my towel and dry that off. There we go. All right, there we go. And now that says let, and we're going to put freedom at an angle here. So who's here? I don't know who's here. I'm going to put the light on here so you guys might be able to see it a little bit better. Oh, Jamie, Jamie, did you say Gone with the Wind and I didn't see it? Because sometimes Facebook doesn't always show me. I'm hoping that's going to show better. Facebook doesn't show me the bottom line on the responses. I don't know why. I never see them. I have to look up and see it on my phone. I'm hoping you guys can see the colors a little bit better now that I put my phone light on, because they are kind of bright and fun. Okay, so that says let, and this is going to say freedom. This one has to be really angled so that it'll fit. Okay, so I think I'm going to take this off and I'm going to angle it just a little bit more so that it looks kind of even, Steven. Kind of, sort of, maybe. All right. So let's see. All right. I have ring here. Put a little fuzz on that, and I'm going to put ring on the bottom. Let freedom ring. And I'm going to do them in red and blue. All right. That's going to be here. So now I can see where I'm going to want to put more, some more fireworks. See, that was on a little tight. I'm going to fuzz this a little bit more. I don't want it to pull off anything from my project. Okay, so let's find another movie line. Okay. Oh, here's an easy one. Say hello to my little friend. What movie is that from? Say hello to my little friend. You guys know what that's from? Let's see. I'm going to put this on here. Say hello to my little friend. Alrighty. Oops, look, I stretched it. You don't want to stretch your transfer. If you stretch it, when you go to put the paste on it, it's going to bleed under the stretchy part. So you want to avoid stretching that. Let's see. I'm going to stand this up. How does that look? That's looking pretty good, my friends. Looking pretty good. Alrighty. This stuff over here. Okay, let's see. I am looking here at a couple of things. And we're good. Sorry. Something I had to take care of there. Okay. So let's see. Did anybody guess? Say hello to my little friend. Cody got Scarface. You're absolutely right, Cody. It is Scarface. Al Pacino. No, when he puts his face into that pile of cocaine, I was like, wow. All right, then. Even if it's not cocaine, how do you let all that stuff be up your nose? Okay, so I'm going to put let. I think the let needs to be red. Red, white, blue. Okay, I think that's what it needs to be. I'm not sure if it really matters, but that's what I'm going to do. Red, blue, red. Okay, so I'm going to take my squeegee, put some paste on here. Now this is a brand new jar of red paste. Some of it gets up on the top there. And the red and the black tend to be thinner than most of the other pastes. I'm not really quite sure why, but they are. You can see that it's got a thinner consistency. You can add a little cornstarch to it if you think that it's going to be too thin. But if your paste is too thick, one, you can't spread it smoothly. And two, the thicker the paste, the faster it dries. So you don't want it to be too thick or too thin. It should look like cake batter. All right, so let's see how that works. So Cody got that one kind of fast. Let's see, there we go. That looks pretty. That looks really cool. I like that. I'm digging that. I am. Speaking of digging, not really digging, but that I dig that. We met the coolest little stoner today. He was kind of old to be a stoner, but he had this really awesome van. We were at one of the car shows over in Hawley, PA. And he was there with his van with all of his, oh geez, I didn't want red. With all of his little Jimi Hendrix Woodstock pot smoking bumper stickers. It was pretty funny. Okay, so I know I'm going to need a lot, so I'm putting more on here than you probably have seen me put on, because I really want to be able to cover all of this as fast as I can. So, and of course, what did I forget to do? Because this is so close to the edge, I just want to put a little piece of, this is just regular old painter's tape, all right, and that's going to stop it. I don't have to worry then about touching the white and having to clean it off. Okay, there we go. This also is one of my newer colors, so super smooth, super perfect consistency, because I haven't used it a lot. I haven't destroyed it by leaving it open too long, which it really is one of the top ways of messing up your paste, is to leave it open. Let the air get at it too much. That's a weird angle. Need to get that over there. Okay. But again, you just want to spread it across, making sure that all the little lines, all the little parts of the silk screen are full. All right, I'm going to take off the painter's tape first. There you go. See, it kept it from going onto the surface, so I don't have to worry about cleaning that off now. And I'll take it from here, and let's see what we got. A little smushy over there. That's okay. I can fix that off screen. Whoops. 1 second. Okay, so what happened just there, the transfer folded in on itself. Don't freak out if that happens. Do not freak out if that happens. All you have to do is gently pull it apart. You don't want to grab it and start ripping it apart. Just be gentle with it. Be gentle. I used to have to tell it to my boy. My baby was barely a year old when his brother was born. He was 14 months old, and I used to have to tell him, be gentle with the baby. Oh, I did it again. I'm going to put a little bit of tape there, just in case. Just give me a little bit of the security that I want to have when I'm doing that. Okay. So I don't have to worry about going off. There we go. Look at that. That's coming out nice. This is going to hang right in my living room so I can see it. I love it. It's totally covering up the black part of the black residue from the other transfer that I had on here. I took a chance and I washed it off, and it left some stain behind, but now it's not a big deal at all because I covered it up. I don't know if I'll get away with that a second time, but we'll see. Should pull that off first, right? There we go. Let freedom ring. There we are. Cool beans. Put this in the water. All right. Can't believe it's barely dark out and it's 9 o'clock. Like the sun just set. Just set. All right. Let's see. Reaching over here. All right. Let's see. All right. Now, this has a little bit of bleeding there. Not happy about that. That's okay. Not hard to fix. I'm taking a toothpick and I'm putting it through a wipe to give me like the little point there. You can do this when it's wet or you can do it when it's dry. I'm doing it now when it's wet, and you can see it's still smudging a little. That's why I prefer to do it when it's dry. When it's dry, it just flakes off, and you don't have to worry about it spreading in that way. Sorry, it's paste all over here. All right, so that says Let Freedom Ring, and it's very cool, but it's not finished yet. I'm almost done, but it's not finished yet. I'm going to turn this around so I can get a better angle to work up top, because this is now dry. Okay, and I have stars. I was going to use the this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do something with that tomorrow. I'm not going to do that with this. I think that this is going to be nice enough. All right, and I want to put stars over here in the empty spaces. All right, I have one. I have that. And that little star is from, I don't even know what transfer. That's from one of the sheets of miscellaneous bits and pieces that I have that I can use, that I often bring when I am at, when I do shows, workshops, I should say. Okay, sticking with the red, white, and blue theme, I am going to just take a small squeegee bit, and I'm going to do these blue, because I think that it's closer to the red. Let's see. I put blue here, right? And blue here. Okay, and then red here. I think that's going to be cool. That's going to be cool. Boy, this really spreads like so nicely. All right, I'll peel that off. And this is small enough that I don't have to worry about washing it again. Just going to put that over here and here. Although, I'm kind of like married to put the blue in there. Nope, I'm just going to swipe it with the red and see what happens. Maybe it will be purple. We'll have to see. It just looks like a darker red to me. Well, that works for me. That works for me. And let's get this one off. Oh, very nice. This is coming out really nice. I'm very happy about the way this looks. Flipping my plaque over, my sign over this way. Whoops. Well, all right then. Another thing that I could have done with this is I have a big sheet of stars, and I could have done the whole thing in stars and then put the words on it. I certainly could have done that. Okay, I want to wipe this off. I'm going to wipe the red off of here because I don't want it to mix with the blue, but I want to do this set of stars. Can you see me doing this? I think I'm off camera. I hope you can see me doing this. I'm just wiping this off with just a regular wipe. I don't think you can see me doing it. There, look, I just used a regular, like a Lysol wipe, and I just swiped the paste off of it. Okay, now I want to make sure that it is dry. And where am I going to put these? I'm going to put these in the middle there. And I want these to be, oh, it's not dry. Dry off, dry off. All right, well, I'm almost done with this. So if you like what you saw and you want to send this video out into the Facebook world, I would appreciate that. If you see anything here that you might like to try, let me know. You want to get some more videos and demos, you can ask to be put into my closed group, and I'll go ahead and do that. And that's where I put bundles together and stuff. And I'd love to have you in there. Facebook is changing all these things around, so I keep going back and forth with what it is that I need to do, get my little business growing. All I know is that you guys make a difference in my business, and I really do appreciate that, because Chalk Couture is my business. It's what I do. I do workshops and home parties, and the workshops and home parties are run just like Sip and Paints. We decide on a project. Your friends pay ahead of time. I come to your house. We have fun. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put another set of these over here. And so it's not a big catalog party. It's not how I work them. And I do workshops in a variety of places around town. I was just over at Bella Soars over in Carbondale. She actually signed up, and so she's going to be doing her own workshops which is really kind of fun and cool. And hi, Megan. How are you? I'm here. I'm chalking away. Okay, yeah. So she signed up, and so she's the designer over there. And that is Michelle Lunis. I'm not pronouncing that wrong. But she's at Bella Source. And Bella Source is a place in which they sell and also rent vintage furniture, accessories, tableware for weddings and stuff. Very, very cool. Very, very cool indeed. I love that it's so busy. I love that it's busy. I really do. I think that that just is perfect for the 4th of July. I really think that that is kind of cool. So I'm going to take another wipe, and I want to wipe up those other ones. I don't want to put them in the water all the way, because then I'm going to have to worry if they're not going to be dry. So, and I just use these regular old wipes. I happen to pick these up in Aldi's. Aldi's has them like super cheap. If there's an Aldi's by you, I strongly suggest you go to one. And I didn't realize, just learned that this past weekend, that Aldi's is part of Trader Joe's. Somehow they're associated with one another. I don't know how. And Trader Joe's was like my favorite place to shop when I lived in New York City. We used to drive all the way out to Long Island to go to Trader Joe's. So I believe that they are now Trader Joe's in the city. We have been out of the city for a very long time. Okay, so here's my star there. And this is the little star. But all these had these wipes. And the Lysol wipes, the disinfectant wipes, are usually used on the back side of the transfer. And it reactivates the adhesive that's in it. And I don't know how that works, but it does. But I can also use it to give a quick swipe to these smaller transfers. And I just have one of my little flour sack towels under it. I use these towels to death. They're looking a little gamey. I think it's about time I buy some more. They really are. They're so stained up. They look like they've been tie-dyed, which I guess isn't really a bad thing, right? Okay, so where am I going to put my last bit of stars? I have blue, 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 red. Okay, so I want to put some red ones up this way. Kind of trying to maybe possibly keep it a little even Steven. I know. I need to let that go. Let it go, Donna. Let it go. Oops. All right, so I want this one to be red. Yep, so if what you see, if you like, share this out into the Facebook world. That would be awesome. If you want to be a part of the closed group, let me know and I'll send you a link. If you think you want to mess around and possibly find out more about this as a business, because as a business, it's mad, mad fun. It really is a very popular, new, trendy thing. So you let me know if you want more information about this from a business perspective, and I will be happy to get that information to you. Let's see. I'm going to put a red star here. So I'm almost done. Almost done. Alrighty. Where can I put another star? Maybe put one in here. And with these smaller transfers, you can see as long as the paste is not drying inside the transfer, you can just kind of pick it up and move it over. And you're absolutely fine. You're good to go. Yep, you are definitely good to go. It's a fun thing about the little ones. Sometimes I just kind of keep it on my finger too. I know you guys have seen me do that. So you just hold it and then I just kind of place it down here. And once you do this the first time, I had this party last week, and oh, the young girl there, she was terrified because we did the vintage truck, and she was like, I'm gonna ruin it. I know I'm gonna ruin it. And by the end, she was like, I want to chalk everything. This was so much fun. She brought her boyfriend. She was like 16. She brought her boyfriend, and there was another guy there. He's a tattoo artist, and so he was having such fun. You got to watch those artsy ones. The ones that are crafty, they start going crazy. They start doing all, what is this, the hot mess, and start doing all kinds of fun stuff. And it comes out great. But then sometimes the people that are there that aren't crafty get intimidated. And I don't want that to happen. I want everybody to have a good time. All right. I'll put another star here. And this is where the Brooklyn girl wants to over embellish. The Brooklyn girl wants to put more. The Brooklyn girl wants to put freaking lights on it and give it some serious bling. And so my husband always tells me, when you want to do more, you need to step away. How's it looking, guys? I think it's good. I think I'm very, very happy with how this came out. I really am very happy with how this came out. I think I want a little blue star up here. See, this is a problem. This is where we have a problem. All right. This is so, so cool. I can just sit here all day. This is like my relaxation. It really is. Tomorrow, hopefully by the end of this week, my website, my blog and my website are going to be up and running. That's the goal, because I need to, there are so many other things that I like to do. I love doing Chalk Couture, but there's a lot of other things that I like to do. So I'm going to start my website, and it's going to have all kinds of crafty things. Sewing and painting, and we're redoing our house. Very low key with redoing our house because, well, we don't have the money because we have 1,000 children. 1,000, not one less than 1,000 children that we have put through college and gotten married off. We have one kid left with 1 year left in school. And I told the 2 that are not married, I told them that I would give them money if they would elope. What kind of mother says that? The mother who gets stressed out about weddings. That's the mother who says that. All right, people, I think we're done. I see a little bit of a blue schmutz over here, so I just want to get rid of that. And I think that we are good to go. If you like what you saw, share it. Send it out to the world. Let everybody see it. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy with how this turned out. Let me clean up my little things here. Put all this stuff into the water over here. That'll only take me about maybe 5-10 minutes to wash all that out. I wash it, I lay it out on a towel, I swipe it down with a wipe, put it on its backing, and we're good to go. So it doesn't take a super long time to create something really fun. This actually took a while. I knew this was going to be a little bit longer because it had more parts to it. But I like the way it's looking. All right. Thanks for stopping by, people. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I start back with my 5 from 1 is More series. What transfer will I choose to show you one every single day next week? You'll get 5 ways to use one transfer. Yes, it is amazing. Challenge accepted. All right, I got to take down my camera and go down close because I want to pick the picture that Facebook uses to represent my little project here. They usually pick the ugly picture of me. So that's what I'm going to pick. All right, I'm done. I'm out of here, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.